Well, let's get more on this now with Medea Benjamin. She's the co-founder of the women-led peace group CODEPINK, and she joins us now from Washington. Really good to have you with us, Medea. The killing of this Turkish-American activist has drawn the condemnation from all corners of the globe. We know that this killing took place at a regular protest in the occupied West Bank. What's your reaction to the killing of Aysenur?
I'm horrified by this and angered by it. These are American citizens who are going to the West Bank out of pure desire to support Palestinian farmers whose land is being encroached on by violent Israeli settlers. And it is high time that the U.S. held these people accountable. She is not the first American to be killed. And we hear President Biden say, if you go after Americans, we will respond. He is speaking to Hamas, but he should be saying the same thing to the Israeli government. We want accountability, not only for who shot Aysenur, but also for those who are supporting the violent settlers and the encroachment on Palestinian land.
As you say, it's not the first time that an American or indeed a foreign national has been killed by Israeli forces during its war on Gaza. But to date, we haven't seen any real accountability from the Israelis. What will it take, do you think, for the Israelis to assume responsibility? Does Washington need to take a different approach in order to hold Israel accountable?
Yes, we call for accountability on many levels. One is an independent investigation and holding account those individuals who shot her. But we're also saying there has to be accountability for the violent settlers who have been on a rampage, especially since October 7th. And there are groups in the United States that raise money for these violent settlers. We want their tax-exempt status to be taken away. We want sanctions not only on individual settlers, but also on those in the Israeli cabinet who are supporting those settlers. And most of all, we want the U.S. to stop supplying the weapons to the Israeli government that were used in the killing of Aysenur and are used in the killing of Palestinians every single day, both in Gaza and now on the West Bank.
Yes, and it is a fact that some key members of Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet in Israel are in fact illegal settlers themselves. So do you get the sense that illegal settlers more generally are feeling more emboldened under this current far-right administration in Israel?
Absolutely. And while the world has been focusing on Gaza, they have stepped up their violent tactics, taking over more and more of Palestinian land, burning their homes. This is something we appreciate TRT having focused on, but most of the media in the Western world has not focused on this. And we think it's very important. While many people in the U.S. think this conflict started on October 7th and it is all the fault of Hamas, it is important to look at what has been happening on the West Bank, where Hamas has not been in charge and where there are hundreds of Palestinians who have been killed in this past year alone.
Okay, Medea Benjamin, we will have to leave it there, but thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World.
Thank you.